Ladies and gents, spanks and danks, how are we doing today? Today I'm going to be doing a type of video I've always wanted to do that I haven't seen many people do before. But in this video I'm going to be discussing my wants and needs and ideas that I have for Janus Towers coming out. Now I haven't seen many people coming out with ideas for maps before, and I always have come up with ideas or visions of a future map, and I would love to share with you guys my ideas and my vision of what Janus Towers could look like. And with that being said, let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a lot of things from past Call of Duty games, so if you have no idea what I'm talking about or you need a little refresher, I will be having gameplay in the background, what I'm talking about, so that you can be all caught up with everything that I'm saying. So to start off with this video, I want one new wonder weapon and one returning wonder weapon for Janus Towers. With the new wonder weapon, we have had 2 back-to-back maps, or 3 out of the 5 maps come out with returning wonder weapons, and we have had only 2 brand new wonder weapons. And I know that we had 4 different versions of the same swords, but I'm going to count that as one wonder weapon. But I need to see a new wonder weapon. I've been craving a new wonder weapon. I've already played with all of these wonder weapons in previous games, like the Ray Gun Mark II, the Wonderwaff, and the Jet Gun. But I did say that I wanted one returning wonder weapon, and that to me would be the baby gun from Shangri-La. We have never seen this gun returned or remastered. I think that seeing this wonder weapon back in Black Ops 6 would be so cool, especially with PhD Flopper. You could slide into the crowd of baby zombies and just have blood all over your screen. That would be such a cool little detail. But I would like it for the returning wonder weapon to only be from the box. I think that with Shattered Veil, it brought back the box just a little bit, but if we had a box exclusive wonder weapon, then that would bring more value to the mystery box again. Sticking to the topic of wonder weapons, I want a new melee wonder weapon. Now, why would I want to have a new melee wonder weapon? Is because of Melee Macchiato. Melee Macchiato really shines on Citadel Daymore with the swords, and I've been craving a map that makes me want to buy Melee Macchiato again. Melee Macchiato was last seen on Citadel Daymore. The perk machine has not returned since, so it's making the value of that perk a lot less valuable. People consider this perk to be the worst in the game, but if they introduce a new melee wonder weapon, then it would actually be a little more valuable. And I do have a cool little idea about what this wonder weapon could be. So the wonder weapon would be a little syringe, and you would have at least 12 shots. In the syringe is a mixture of all of the alternate ammo type elements. When you melee this zombie, you will have a little inject animation and fill it with whatever is in the syringe. The zombie will have a little animation and blow up into whatever element we injected it with. So if it was napalm burst, it would just blow up the entire horde. If it was turned, you would turn the entire horde into turn enemies, which would just kill all of the zombies around the map for you for only like a limited amount of time. If it was dead wire, it would be like the Wonderwaff, and so on and so forth. In my review of Shattered Veil, I did have my biggest gripe section, and that was the fact that we have 3 maps all in the 1-mile radius. Now there's a lot of speculation going around with people saying that they think that Transit is coming back, that they're going to do a Transit-esque map. I, for one, did not like the idea, but I did write down a lot of ideas and a lot of wants that I would want to see if they did go down that route. I would want Liberty Falls and Shattered Veil to be a smaller version of themselves and have them look a lot different from when we once saw it. For example, I would want each of those maps to be destroyed and have a lot of dead zombies all over the place. We have already played on this map, we've already killed thousands of zombies, and I want the maps to show it. I would also want to see dead special enemies and elite enemies around the map. For example, I would want to see a dead Abomination and dead Manglers all over the place in Liberty Falls. And on Shattered Veil, I would want to see dead Disciples and dead Doppelgas all over the place. We have already been to these maps, so let's show the player that we've already been there and what the aftermath of the map was. It would also be cool that on this map, all the zombies just look haggard. I would want to see limbs barely holding on to each other, flesh rotting from the zombies, and have these zombies look the most gruesome we've ever seen. And I hope that this zombie is still dancing on top of this mountain. Another concept that I would want on this map is to have a bus. It'd be cool to have the bus from Transit back, but look a lot less destroyed than when we saw it on Transit. I wouldn't want any sort of teleporters at all around the map. I'm sick and tired of seeing this animation over and over and over again on like every single map. If they're gonna make this into a transit map, the only transportation I want to see is the bus. The final thing I want to say about this transit idea, which is actually something that I created, is that if we were to have these maps return, I want that map to have a hint of their past self. What do I mean by that? Well, in Liberty Falls, the main wonder weapon is the jet gun. And on Shattered Vale, the main wonder weapon is the ray gun Mark II. So the main purpose to going back to these maps would be to collect each one of these guns, but as soon as you pick up the jet gun, for example, if you go to Liberty Falls and you find the jet gun, you would have to survive an entire horde only using the jet gun. As soon as you finish killing off the horde, your jet gun would break, and then a piece of the jet gun would fall to the floor. You would pick it up, and that's your first part of the new wonder weapon that you have to create. You would do the same thing over in Shattered Vale with the ray gun Mark II, survive a horde just by shooting with the ray gun Mark II, and then boom, it breaks. Then you get to pick up another part. So you would still feel like you're playing on these old 2 maps, but you would realize that with this wonder weapon, you would have elements of the ray gun Mark II and the jet gun. Now with this next idea that I'm going to talk about, this is all me. This is something that I've been really wanting after playing World at War and just playing Black Ops 6 for many hours, is that every single game that I have played on Black Ops 6 sort of feels the same no matter what map I'm on. I'm always going to get the wonder weapon, I'm getting my perks, I'm getting ready for the high rounds, and I get it, that's the recipe for every single zombies game from the start of World at War till now, but there isn't like a little twist anywhere. There isn't something extremely unique about any of these maps besides their wonder weapons or their special enemies that inevitably return in the next map. So what is this idea that I have? And it has to deal with the perk system. One of my biggest problems with this game is the fact that when they introduce a perk, they do not reintroduce it on any other map. The biggest example, Vulture Raid, is only on Citadel Daymore and has not returned ever since. That is one of my favorite perks, forcing me to either use a Perkaholic, do a side Easter egg and hopefully I get it, pop the Gobblegum on the house for a random perk, or I have to wait until round 25 for the Wonder Fizz machine to spawn, which kind of sucks because I'm already all ready by then. I already have all my scrap. So what is my idea? This has been on a couple of maps in the past, but this will have a little twist. Back in World at War, the map Shinonuma had a random perk system where you would buy 2 doors leading up to a shack, which would give you either 1 of 4 perks: Quick Revive, Juggernog, Speed Cola, and Double Tap. This mechanic made this map very unique compared to all the other maps on that game. Same with Black Ops 2 on Nuketown, where on random rounds it can either drop the Pack-a-Punch machine, Juggernog, Speed Cola, Double Tap, or Quick Revive. But a lot of people did not like that mechanic because it could be possible that you would have to wait 25 rounds until the Juggernog machine lands, or you would have to buy every single door on the map on Shinonuma if you got Jug last. So my idea would be when you spawn in, you would have an iPad in front of you. You would pick 4 perks that you would want on the map immediately. After you picked your 4 perks, you would see a big map on the wall showing you where the 4 perks that you chose are going to be on the map. But you see that there are also 5 other perks that are around the map, but they are all random and they will not tell you until you go up to it and find out what it is yourself. This would make each of your games very unique and random. You could pick 4 perks that you know would be on the map, and you wouldn't have to wait 25 rounds until the Wonder Fizz machine comes in, and it would just be a fun, unique experience. If you like that random perk mechanic from either Nuketown or Shinonuma, then this would be the perfect idea for this sort of map, making it one of the more unique maps in Black Ops 6. And the last thing I'll say about this idea is the reason why I would say 4 perks is that if you were on single player, you yourself can pick 4 perks. If there were 2 players, each of the players would pick 2 perks. If there were 3 players, everyone would pick 1 perk, but the host would pick 2. If there are 4 players, everyone picks 1 perk. Let me know down in the comments if you think that would be a cool idea for this next map. The next thing that I want in this map is a new special and elite enemy. Story-wise, I don't know much about the story, but I know that the Sam AI has a Sentinel artifact, and it would be cool if she would be able to reach in the Dark Ether and bring out old or new elite or special enemies from the Dark Ether. The last thing I want to talk about in this video is I want the Easter egg to be challenging. I want this Easter egg to be the hardest Easter egg in the game. My favorite Easter egg so far in this game has to go with Terminus. There are so many unique mechanics on the Easter egg where you're going around fixing the map, deactivating bombs, having a mini boss midway through the Easter egg, and an amazing final boss. That Easter egg made me extremely excited for other Easter eggs onwards. Citadel was also a fun Easter egg, but it wasn't the most challenging thing I've ever done. The Tomb Easter egg was not fun, it was rushed, it was a mess. And Shattered Veil was a copy and paste from Citadel, but just a little more vanillized. Is that even a word, vanillized? Whatever, you guys know what I mean. So I want this Easter egg to be some sort of like a Terminus Easter egg where you're going around the map exploring. It's not like you get the wonder weapons and then do certain steps for just that wonder weapon, then you get the other element for the wonder weapon. Nah, I'm sick of that routine. I want something that makes me feel more involved with the map. Something like a midway boss, and I hope that there is a super Easter egg in this game, because there's only one game where I've ever done all of the Easter eggs, and that is Black Ops 3, and the reward for that is you have max ammo on your starter pistol and you get the RK5. On this game, I don't even want to guess what the gift is. I feel like it's going to be so bland and so plain, but I do hope that there is a reward for achieving all of the Easter eggs in this game. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. This is something I've always wanted to do, was come up with ideas that are new and are fun and unique. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please leave a like and let me know down in the description if any of my ideas were good or just god-awful. And tell me some of your ideas that you guys want to see on future maps or in future Call of Duties. If you guys want to support me as a creator, liking and subscribing would be very much appreciated. And if you guys want to spank my bells, hey, I will not stop ya. Have a good one, guys. Take care.